What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro and welcome to episode 44 of my Leicester City career mode on FIFA 15. We're starting this episode off with just a little update on our player Valère Bryson in the youth academy. He's our scout of future star player and he is going to be world class. And we also got some horrifying news about Liam Moore, and he has sustained a very serious injury, a torn groin, and he will be out for 3 months. So that's a huge blow to us, really. We have one centre back, Luca who wants to leave. Now we have an injured Liam Moore. Stones and Koyate are just the main ones, and the backups to them are Wes Morgan and Tyler Blackett at this point. But we go into our first game of the episode, and this is against Bayern Munich. This is at the Allianz Arena, so I wasn't expecting much in all honesty, but we do still top the group, which is a good sign. And the Allianz Arena looks amazing because every club in the world has a mosaic display before every single Champions League game, according to EA. But here's a look at the FC Bayern team. As you can see, it's just absolutely packed with quality. It's unbelievable. They've got Dante Badstuber and Benatia in defence, and they've got Götze, Schweinsteiger, Thiago, Müller, Lewandowski, and the best two fullbacks in the world, possibly, Lam and Alaba. But we have Christian Gamboa and Gary Gardner, so that kind of, yeah, we're fucked basically. But I was going into this game not really too optimistic anyway, because I wasn't expecting much, and even if we were to lose, we would still top the group in all probability, provided that AC Milan don't, we would top the group, I think, regardless, because of the head-to-head record thing, because that's what the Champions League does. But I have a question for you guys. It's not really a question, it's more of a give me some advice here kind of thing, because I understand that it's midterm or half term now in the UK and in Ireland. So if I were to upload hypothetically at around 12 or 1 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, then would you guys watch the video or what? Because I'm tempted to start up a whole new series this week and give it a go at the early upload. But as you can see early on here, Lewandowski scores in the 19th minute with an easy volley that just shouldn't have beat the goalkeeper. I feel like the goalkeeper went down too early for the shot there. And it was kind of a weird reaction from Kasper Schmeichel, but regardless, it was coming anyways. Bayern Munich were pressing so heavily throughout this game, and they were so difficult to play against in the rain. And on the half-hour mark, Schweinsteiger almost made it 2-0, but his header actually went out for a corner kick, bizarrely. It was obviously deflected off somebody, but we did get a shot off in the 42nd minute with Berahino coming forward, taking on Dante. He does manage to get his way into a shooting position, and his shot is tipped over by Manuel Neuer, who has been restored in goal, as Pepe Reina is relieved of his duties considering his horrific performance against us at the King Power Stadium. But Götze comes forward and plays it into Bastian Schweinsteiger on the brink of half time, and the big German makes it 2-0. And I was not really actually distraught or anything like that. I wasn't too bothered about this game. I was more bothered with trying to recuperate our form, having lost to both Arsenal and Aston Villa in the last game. So I was concentrated more heavily on the league for this game, but for some reason I did feel the need to just pile the main resources of the team into this performance, because I guess there was a deluded side of me that thought maybe I could nick a goal and then shut up shop for the rest of the game, because we did so well at the King Power Stadium against Bayern Munich. But this was a whole nother deal, and they almost got a goal in the final 8 minutes with Thomas Muller's shot being saved by Schmeichel. I think he could have just held that first time, to be honest, and there was no need for the dramatic save. But that's how the game ends, a 2-0 defeat to Bayern Munich. It's not too bad, really, is it? Our next game is against Chelsea in the league as they visit the King Power Stadium. This is how our team looks. We've got Tom Ince, we've got Kingsley Coleman, which is just such a cool name. Now, I changed up the formation for this game. I went with the 4-3-3 with the false 9, and I had it in my head that Scott Sinclair would make a great false 9. I used to always beat Chelsea by using the false 9 in previous career modes, and when I say that, I mean in the last career mode, in the last few months of the last career mode. That's what I decided to do, and it worked. But it worked every time, and I just thought, well, I haven't really explored the pass and move ideology on this game at all, because I'm not really comfortable with it. I'm not that comfortable with it just yet. So I thought that I would give that a go in this game, because this was another game where, even though I was concentrated on not losing, I had still kind of consciously resigned myself to a defeat. And that was a great tackle there by Luca Ante, and I put that in because it's so difficult to showcase good defending sometimes when you're a career mode YouTuber. But as you can see here, in the 45th minute, the ball was passed straight to Kane, who was the right back for Chelsea. He plays it to Willian, who goes back to Kane, and Kane has a look up. He plays it into Matic, who finds Willian in the box, and that's one of those goals that will just hit you when the AI decides they're going to pass it in and out of the box to confuse your defenders and drag players out of position and create space for them to run into. And it was a little bit of a shame, but inside the second half, they came forward again in the 50th minute with Schürrle playing the ball through to Ramirez, who was coming down the left hand side of the pitch for some reason. Ramirez plays it into Schürrle, who has Costa unmarked in the middle, and Costa's header had to be saved well by Kasper Schmeichel. If I sound under the weather, I'm not feeling well. I am under the weather. That's why I sound like it. In the 55th minute, Maicon Leite picks the ball up and he goes running at Ramirez, his fellow Brazilian compadre. But his shot is tipped away by Courtois, who basically like launched his arms at the ball when he came out, like some kind of a cannon. It was very strange. But in the 66th minute, Hazard, I honestly thought that he was time wasting in the corner, and I was going to go in and two-footed tackle him and get my player sent off because I was frustrated at this point. But it went out for a corner kick, and Nemanja Matic swings the corner in. It goes up towards Costa. Schmeichel completely misses it, and Nathan Ake just buries it into the empty net. Now, this is frustrating as fuck, because you guys all know from playing this game that when you swing a corner in, if it's too close to the keeper, he grabs it every single time, no questions asked. There's never a time when the goalkeeper drops the ball, unless it's your goalkeeper, because in Season 2 of this series, Kasper Schmeichel came out to grab a ball like that, and it went through his arms from the corner kick, and I thought, well, that's strange, it's fucking ridiculous, but it's probably a one-time thing. But no, it's happened again here. I think it was Costa who like distracted him or something, but the ball going straight through his arms is just incredibly frustrating, because in all honesty, Kasper Schmeichel has been fantastic for us for the most part, and it's just so stupid conceding stupid goals like that, and I don't like it. But Costa came forward in the 79th minute. He almost made it 3-0 with a shot, but it went way over, and then Fabregas would have a similar chance in the 84th minute as Hazard plays it into him, and they play some nice football together, the two of them. It comes into Fabregas, who just blasts it over, but a really good shot nonetheless. And then we come up to the 90th minute with Leite on the ball. He goes for the shot. It comes to Schlupp on the edge of the box, but his shot is dragged way wide, and that is how the game ends at the King Power Stadium. A second consecutive home defeat and a third consecutive defeat overall in the Premier League. It's not good times for us right now. Our next game is away from home at Loftus Road against Queen's Park Rangers, and as you can see by the league table, this is a mid-table clash. We're fighting to restore our mid-table dignity here as we take on Harry Redknapp's QPR team. And you know what I've just noticed in this game? It actually doesn't tell you the manager of the opposition teams anymore when they come up. So you have no real way of knowing who's managing who, but in all probability nobody is managing anybody. And the game just decides when it's time for managers to be sacked from other clubs, or when it's time for you to come in and try and do a job there. But I just noticed that right now, and that's very strange. But QPR obviously are a difficult team to play. We beat them consecutively last season. We beat them in both games, but they were difficult games, and this was a difficult game. And in the 15th minute we got a free kick which Knockaert stood over, and he finds the back of the net with the free kick. I love scoring free kicks on this game. I think this is the 4th or 5th one I've done so far, and it's really good that Knockaert scored too, because one thing I don't really like about the way I manage teams on this game is that I come in and I get rid of all the players who are already there, and I love keeping like members of the old guard in the team just for, I don't know, just so that they can progress through at their own pace as well. Like, we've still got Bakayoko, we've still got Knockaert, we've still got Wes Morgan, and Liam Moore as well, and Kasper Schmeichel. Actually doing a lot better on this save than I thought I was. But in the 20th minute, Leroy Fer ends up equalising for QPR with an astonishing strike. And I honestly thought here, with this moment, I was frustrated, because one thing I really hate on FIFA, more than a lot of things, is when I go a goal up and I concede within 5 minutes. And this was one of those ones where I just thought Leroy Fer was going to score this regardless, because he goes up against Tyler Blackett, or Rowan Ince rather, and he goes for the shot and he doesn't get it off, and then at the second time of asking he does, and it goes into the back of the net. And it's so rare that you even score from those types of angles, but that's the way it was. The game was level, and it was a little bit frustrating. In the 36th minute, Ben Shop came forward for QPR, if that's how you pronounce his name. Ben Shop, I don't know, it's a very strange last name. But in the 42nd minute, he stayed on the ball, used all of his strength to get the ball to Leroy Fer, who used his footwork to get round Tyler Blackett and knock it into the back of the net to make it 2-1 to the hosts as they complete their comeback just before half-time. And this was just so frustrating, mainly because it was just a stupid goal to concede. As you could tell from our team lineup initially it's incredibly weak anyways. The likes of Knockout, Grealish, Blackett, all of these players, they're just not first team regulars, and they don't really do the job as well as other players do. I think if we had a full strength team, we would have just, done pretty well in this game. But things went from bad to worse for us in the 51st minute as Ben Shot plays it into Matt Phillips, who gets into a great position to score, and he does so, making the gap a 2-goal lead for QPR, and this looked like there was no coming back from it for us. But in the 56th minute, Jack Grealish's header smashed off the crossbar, and in the 66th minute or so, there was a QPR free kick which led to a counter-attack for us as Maicon Leite, the second half substitute, plays the ball to Berahino. Berahino has a look up and plays it through to Leite, who's taken on Onuaha, but plays it into Kingsley Coman, and the second half substitutes combine as Maicon Leite gets in to finish and make it 3-2 and narrow the gap a little bit more. And I was hoping from here we could push on. I tried to take the ball out of the net, but he decided to celebrate because it's FIFA, so inside the final 5 minutes of the game, we come with Rowan Ince on the ball. He plays it to Christian Gamboa on the right hand side of the pitch, who has an option of Kingsley Coman on the right, but Gamboa keeps it himself. He plays it into Leite, who gets into a shooting position very well, but his shot is saved by the goalkeeper, and I really thought it was going to fumble into the back of the net, but it wasn't to be. Then in the final minute of the game, Maicon Leite's shot goes wide, and from here I was just about ready to give up on life and many other things, but Kingsley Coman picks the ball up in a good position. He plays it into Berahino, who finds Leite in the middle, and this time the Brazilian striker's first time shot finds the back of the net. We do manage an equaliser out of the game. It does end in a 3-3 draw. It's not a good result, but you know what? We're just off the back of 4 consecutive defeats in all competitions, and we need to take everything we can get at this point, because it doesn't look like it's getting any better for us, and our next game is against Manchester United, so I won't be holding my breath. We're in 10th in the league, and it's just not looking good for us. But hopefully you guys are still enjoying the series regardless of that. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be much appreciated. I've been Alden Hero. Thanks for watching.